Hi there, this is Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. We're here with another match. Wow, you had a lot of bonus matches today because of that 8-man queue that was my last game. Yes, we'd like to play first. This is for the finals, by the way. And this deck is mulling a lot, unfortunately. Again, I might have to mess with the land count. Yes, we'd like to mulligan. And this is a fine hand here, as we have a Wasteland Viper. Yeah, this one curves out nicely. So depending on what we're up against, I think that we come out the bat with the Wasteland Viper and pass it back to him. And it looks like it's going to be another mono black, and he thought he's going to be able to get a Jarad or a Nighthowler. And so I'm liking this matchup, not liking the mulligan. The good news is Thoughtseize doesn't get any combo piece out of my hand. And he chooses the Jarad. And we draw into another land, which is a bit of a problem. Hey, but we get to get in there for one. See if another Thoughtseize comes down here. Alright, so he Thoughtseizes away the other Nighthowler. That's definitely okay with me. And we get another land. So we're golden on lands. We just need to hit into our Commune with the Gods, and we should be good. And look at that. He's down to 14s from Thoughtseize. But if Nightvale Spectre comes out here, no, Pack Rat. And that's going to give us definitely a time clock that we have to deal with. And now gives a forest. Our Jarad's actually going to be very powerful here. When we do to sacrifice lands. I mean, if we go with the Jarad strat, depending on how he does Pack Rats. Because he can attack in nicely with Pack Rat. Yeah, we just throw a Wasteland Viper. And then he's got to make another token. And that sets him back quite a bit. And boy, can we sure draw the lands. Double Jarad in our graveyard. Well, we'll probably return that and just cast it, as we got land mana flooded, horribly bad. And at this point, I think chumping a bigger Pack Rat is going to be better. Which he's going to make a Pack Rat and activate his Mutavault. No, he does not decide to activate his Mutavault. So in a turn here, we will just... Oh, it's just sacrifice. I could have done this last turn. I didn't know I thought there was a cost for this. So actually, since it doesn't cost anything, we'll just wait till our next turn to see what happens. Deathrite Shaman, that's nice. So we'll play a Swamp and tap a Swamp for Deathrite Shaman. This will be nice. It'll help us stabilize, and Jarad's huge. Or maybe he's not that big right now. We'll see how big he is. He's a 7/7. Yeah, so we're golden for quite a while. And now he's got to find an answer for the Deathrite Shaman. He got rid of the Underworld Connections and another Pack Rat. Or that's the Pack Rat we killed. So we can start drawing a Nemesis of Mortals, or even a Nighthowler, and be pretty decent. So Hero's Downfall. And at this point, I do believe I can just take 4, I believe. Well, now he Mutavaults. And I take 6 and go down to a 12. And yet again... But we can cast Jarad again. And he's got to find yet another answer. And we're still okay with Nemesis of Mortals coming out. But now it's going to be hard to cast our combo. Alright, so I'm going to attack in with a Jarad. He activates, and I just lose. He loses 2 pack rats. I kind of don't want that scenario to happen, but at the same time it gets pack rats out of his hand. He just blocks with 1. Awesome. I'll make that trade any day of the week. Allows us to Satyr Wayfinder for nothing. And with another Nemesis of Mortal out, but again, it's a Nighthowler we definitely need to find. So, at this point, do I make him put out a pack rat token? He just activates Mutavault. I'll block one of them. So to go down to a 2. And end a turn here. I can get rid of a Thoughtseize, get him down to a 12. And again, he's going to have to make a pack rat to block these lands. So swinging with Jarad. Yep, makes a pack rat. Blocks with a pack rat token. There's a Bile of Blight. That's awesome, awesome. And I could actually sacrifice lands and put in another Jarad as a blocker. But I think we still have a turn or two. So again, we'll block and take, this time we'll shoot it. To do a damage. So only taking 3 because it's blocked. And again, I still believe the right play is the Exile Sorcery. As we get another Deathrite Shaman. We're at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to wait for another Jarad trigger for Deathrite Shaman. Number 2. Definitely need to try to get a Nemesis of Mortals range or another Nighthowler. I have one Nighthowler and 2 Nemesis. So I'm going to block. And once again, shoot. And he's going to make another pack rat token. Wonder why he's not been activating the Mutavaults. Maybe he's keeping it up in a very, very defensive Bile Blight type strategy. He's down to a 6. And if I keep drawing creatures, I'm fine. And there's a Nighthowler. That's going to be huge. That's going to be game. Yes, it is. It is going to be game. As we just cast it. So yeah, I think the strategy is a lot better than going quad Nighthowlers. So anyway, how this works is we cast the Nighthowler and then we exile a land and then sacrifice it. And I mean, it does 13 damage. So that's a little gist behind the deck. Again, I think the right line of play is to bring in the ultimate prices. We know he's a heavy pack rat deck. We can go Putrefy, and I do believe the Deadly Recluses can come in because he does have a lot of flyers. And that way we can diversify a Varolz. And I do like these Jarads. That was our win condition. I don't think the Wasteland Vipers are necessary here. And even the Lotleth Trolls, well, it's going to be, we'll diversify with one Lotleth Troll. Or, yeah, I think it's going to be one Recluse again. As Lotleth Trolls do seem very good against him, even though he is a Bile Blight deck. Yeah, I'm going to go out one Lotleth Troll. I don't want to see more than one, so go ahead and submit this. Alrighty, so yet again another mulligan. And once more another mulligan. And we will keep this. Unfortunately, if we get Thought Seized, yeah, we'd be very, very hurting. There's a turn 2 pack rat. Can I beat a turn 2 pack rat? I do not think I can. But we'll go ahead and commune. Start filling up the graveyard. We miss with everything. That is a bit unlucky. And I believe he just starts to beat me down. He's got the pack rat Mutavault draw. And hits Jarad here. So that's, yeah. Pretty much the god draw against my 5 mulligan hand. There's a Nemesis of Mortals. It's going to be good later on. I do want the Sanguine Bond. At this point, I think I have to take a Deathrite Shaman, though. Or a Lotleth Troll. I think Lotleth Troll is actually more powerful. Now, we'll go Deathrite Shaman because it's something we can actually play to block his Life Bane Zombie. And now we have a Nemesis of Mortal the following turn. But again, we can just get beat down by pack rats. Another Life Bane Zombie will be an issue as well. I mean, it's tempting to go the Sanguine Bond. I think I'm going to go down to Thoughtseize. Okay, so he's going to take the Nemesis of Mortals. I don't see him taking the Crypt Incursion at this point. And to be honest, I think even 3 Sanguine Bonds is a bit too much. I think going down to 2 with this deck is a lot better. As you want to draw on these later on. I'm not sure against counterspell decks though. And I do believe that we are going to make the block with the Life Bane Zombie. And he's going to make a pack rat token. If anything can get us back in this game, it's a Nemesis of Mortals off the top. Which is just an Overgrown Tomb. It's not going to do it. Which means he's just going to continue to pack rat. So Nighthowler's strong too. But I'm pretty much dead next turn. Well, we do get the Nemesis of Mortals, but I don't know if it's strong enough. Because we'd still need another mana for the Crypt Incursion. Yeah, Hero's Downfall does it. All right, so we'll go on to the last game. Hopefully we don't have to mulligan to 5. We are on the draw too, so we're a lot more powerful. And again, I'm not sure Pack Rats. We saw the Bile Blights. I'm going to take out a Pack Rat. I'm going to put back in a Lotleth Troll. Or, I mean, we could try this Undercity Informer. But I really don't think... this is probably going to get cut from the deck completely. We'll submit this. And yes, I'd like to play first. And it is a hand we don't have to mulligan. But it's not the greatest hand. So we're going to go ahead with a Forest. And see if we get first turn Thought Seized. Surprise, surprise. And he's probably going to take... Sanguine Bond is what he wants to take here. I'm not sure if he knows the combo. He just might take a Nemesis of Mortals or a Jarad. But, I mean, the ultimate card to draw into next turn would be just a Deathrite Shaman. Or a Satyr. Or a Commune of the Gods. Or anything would be fine. But hopefully we can avoid that turn 2 Pack Rat again. That was brutal. So it's a Deadly Recluse he takes. That is fine. I am going to go ahead and play it, because what could he do for 2? Yep, it's going to be Lotleth Troll. And if he's got a Devour Flesh, he's got a Devour Flesh. If he's got a Bile Blight, he's got a Bile Blight. But it looks like he has neither, and he could have another Thought Seize. But at this point, Thought Seize is kind of weak. He's going to take Nemesis of Mortals here. And let's hopefully we can draw into anything here. Commune's going to be great, as it finds us a Nemesis of Mortals. I do believe it's a little more powerful than a Deathrite Shaman at this point. I guess we should have played that the other way, because now this guy can get Hero's Downfalled. See if Pack Rat comes out here. He can Lightbane Zombie as well. Oh, jeez. Of course. See if he takes Nemesis. Yep, he takes Jarad. Okay. That is definitely interesting. But we can't... Yes, we can cast a Nemesis next turn. And I can treasure find something back. At this point, it will just be cast Nemesis of Mortals, which he's going to have to answer. But with the gazillion removal in this deck, I'm sure he's got another downfall in his hand, which he's got a Dark Betrayal, which I cannot respond to. It's pretty powerful. And then a Devour Flesh. All right. Ay, ay, ay. Good news is I can treasure find something back. At this point, what do I treasure find back is a thing. Just a Deathrite Shaman? I'm going to do a Deathrite Shaman. Don't know if that's the right play. But at least this will get the Sanguine Bond out, and if we draw into the Crypt Incursion, it's a good game. But, you know, these decks have usually thousands of removal. Pack Rat it is. He's going to go for the Pack Rat combo. And as he go for the Lifebane, he does. I'm not concerned about life at the moment. I am more concerned about getting the Sanguine Bond out and drawing into the Crypt Incursion. We have the ultimate price, but at this point, I do believe it is to top deck into that. And pray for that Crypt Incursion. So he's going for the Pack Rat kill, which definitely takes a few swings. So we really need to, once again, top deck into that. Nighthowler, that's interesting. How much can we do with Nighthowler? 1, 2, 3, 4. All I can do is 4. I don't know if I can survive anything here. And then I can ultimate price off one. But I highly doubt that I survive. So let's see. He's out of cards too. I can block and then actually ultimate price another one. So it's going to be Nighthowler. Just casting it. And it's only 5/5. But I still believe I'm dead, no matter what I do here. Because 2 pack rats get through no matter what. Or a pack... No. 1 pack rat gets through. He didn't attack his Mutavault. He just gave me... Well, didn't give me the game. But allowed me to hopefully come back from the game with a Crypt Incursion off the top. So we block here. And we block here. And we tap, exile a land for a black, and ultimate price this one off. This allows our Nighthowler to actually stay alive and only take 3. And get 1 top deck to save us. Oh! And we get it. We Crypt Incursions ourselves. Actually, what we do... No, that's just a pack rat token, so it doesn't matter. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, Crypt Incursion ourselves. And that's exactly 12 damage. Or negative... That's -3, actually. So we are the top deck champion of the world today. Can't go wrong with that. There is our winnings here. Our 5 packs. And... Why is it only 5 packs now? Am I reading that right? Is it only 5 now? Oh, it's 5-3-2-2. It's not even 8-4. Anyway, so we top deck there. Really, really fun video series. This is Kevin with Rogue Deck Builder and GatheringMagic.com. Have the wrap appear shortly.